Hello, group. Welcome to Extract Corner. I'm your host, Richard May. Today, Laura Jane Grace, Adventure Club. Interesting cover if you focus on the details of the illustration. This is something you kind of need to buy on vinyl in order to appreciate the cover. A lot of detail. Many of you know Laura because she's the founder and leader of Against Me. I've heard of Against Me. Heard of. Don't remember ever hearing anything from Against Me. And I learned of this record from YouTube. When I was doing my review yesterday, of the band, I'm not going to try to pronounce their name again. It's too early in the morning. Who's Leprous? Something like that. They gave me the video for this record, wearing black. The rest of the lyric goes, to the Pride Parade. And it's a sexy video. And the music is just a blast to your ears and face, and it's great. I love it. It took me seconds to go, what is it? And of course, Laura uses some Huff color language about her allies in the LGBTQ community. And that confused me. I went, oh, no. YouTube would not give me a homophobic video. Would not promote an anti-phobic video, would they? The lyrics come with the video, so I was able to confirm what her intent was. And like I said, it's great. Absolutely beautiful, rocking, hard rocking statement of allyship with the LGBT community. And of course, I learned later that she's not just allied, she's part of it. And, then I got it on YouTube. Another song that they had some obscenity to. I like songs with obscenities to it. Your God. In parentheses, God's penis. I'm censoring. Is your God real endowed? Because he's screwing me right now. It's a absolutely skunking. You love your Dropkick Murphys, and you should. Your God is very much in the key of the Dropkick Murphys. I don't think the Dropkick Murphys would touch this one as a subject. They're a little bit progressive. They're a little bit Irish Catholic, I think, to touch this. So, your God, God's penis, non-censoring, not the actual title. absolutely great. Those two songs knocked me on the head. The other 10 songs, a lot of songs about her addictions, because she became sober just before the pandemic, about 7 years ago, if I remember correctly. So a lot of songs about her still struggling with addiction and getting high. The one song is simply titled, I Love to Get High. That's great. Active Trauma is great. All the songs here are great. The one song I now understand, I wish it came with lyrics. Doesn't come with lyrics. I don't understand her singing of the lyrics. But the title of the song is called F.U. Harry Potter. It's not about Harry Potter, it's about the author of Harry Potter, who is very famously anti-trans. So, F.U. Harry Potter it is. And, her love for espresso coffee, especially in Greece. So, I didn't know anything about Laura until I did my homework. I listened to this ignorant of Laura's past. I did not want to do my homework until I listened to this record multiple times. So I would judge the record on its own terms. And I love the album on its own terms. I believe if you listen with open ears, and if you're progressive, you're conservative, don't come anywhere near this unless you have an open mind. But this isn't Bob Dylan, okay? It's punk. And some insanity and, one song against oligarchs. Mine, me, mine. About people getting more money than they'll ever need while others are struggling. It's amazing record. It does slow down for the last two songs. Free Cigarettes, about her life as a rock star, about heaven being a clean hotel room, don't have to make up your bed, and Walls was a song that she had to work on, because this band as you see on the album cover, Laura Jane Grace in the Drama Tropes. The Drama Tropes is a rhythm section that she picked up in Greece. She went to Greece for a getaway opportunity, artistic opportunity to be creative in Greece, enjoy a country with a past that far predates America. I'm American. And I appreciate history. I'm amazed if I'm in my old neighborhood, which dates to the early 20th century. Greece, of course, goes way before America's founding. So, she was enjoying that, found her new rhythm section, included her wife in the band, and it explains why, because you can imagine, since I did not do my homework when I was listening to the record, I was confused, because the tracks early is Laura. Yes, two women are singing, Laura and her wife. I get it. This is what I anticipate with a record from Laura Jane Grace. But some of the later tracks, I had a distinct impression there was a man singing. Sorry, Laura, I'm not misgendering you. You just haven't finished your transition quite yet. So, yes, I was justifiably confused. It would have been cool. It's just odd to have a solo record, a female solo record, and allow someone in the band or a guest, male guest, sing on a female solo record, album. And so I was confused. I just, I'll do my homework and I'll learn who the guy is. Well, there's no guy on the record. The transition is ongoing. Keep on taking the hormones, Laura. So, great record, progressive record. You want to hear those two songs. Wearing Black. That's the official title, just Wearing Black. Yeah. And the one male member of the band, they, use lipstick on his chest. Using the popular phrase in America at the moment, in the summer of 2025. And again, I'm censoring ICE, the Immigration Enforcement Service, that's terrorizing our immigrant, brown-skinned neighbors in America at the moment, and making mistakes as they try to fill quotas of how many arrests they can make in a day. And so in America, especially in the progressive movement, there's a lot of us upset about Gestapo tactics being used against minorities in America at the moment. And your God, and I'm censoring God's penis, who's screwing us right now. Yeah. Especially when anti-trans advertising was the key element of the Republican political advertising last year. Oh, the economy, no problem with the economy. Yeah. It's, the other party was with them, not us, with pictures of trans people being shown and their LGBTQ allies at pride parades. As wearing black to the pride parade illustrates and shows to a great degree in the video. Sexy video. You'll like it. The band's not touring at the moment to promote the record. Came out recently. I'm doing my homework. I found the People magazine gossip coverage because Laura's wife is part of the band, and Laura and her wife are having difficulties. They're breaking up, in the midst of breaking up apparently, and I'm not here to do gossip. I try not to know the lives of the people I'm reviewing. All that matters is the music. And I'll admit, I am not necessarily the brightest bulb concerning LGBTQ issues in the past. I'm catching on. But you're not really allowed to take issue with Laura Grain's transition. If you love Against Me, and I never heard Against Me, I think you're going to like this. Because after all, Against Me is basically Laura Jane Grace. It's just that Laura's using her current name for this solo record. If you like the Dropkick Murphys, politics and music, I think there's stuff here you're going to enjoy. But as I was about to say, David Bowie toyed with issues of transitioning and being a cross-dresser over 50 years ago. Got a problem with David Bowie? You own David Bowie, probably. And of course, before David Bowie did, Lou Reed dealt with those issues when he was in the Velvet Underground. And of course, well, I thought I was grabbing Transformer. Well, okay, it's a live record with a little bit of makeup on. Transformer is all about transitioning. So, Walk on the Wild Side, to Doot. You love that song? It's about cross-dressing trans people. So don't. You love Walk on the Wild Side and you hear it on classic rock radio all the time. Be respectful of Laura Jane's transition. Don't have to agree yet. Takes time. if you're in a anti-trans frame of mind, you don't have to date them. Okay? It's easy enough to avoid the bars. Be respectful. They're not harming anybody. Okay? They're not harming your children either. Absolutely insane. If over 50 years ago you're listening to Lou Reed and enjoyed Walk on the Wild Side all these 50 plus years, and David Bowie wearing a dress, album cover and publicity photos, and Lux Interior, performing in high heels and pearls, for the Cramps. There's a lot of trance stuff in rock and roll. And I'll admit, I was slow to understand. But I have no excuses now, especially with the fascism that we're facing in America right now. And it's fascism, boys and girls. I don't know what to tell you. Doesn't matter what Fox News is telling you, or the other fascist spin merchants out there. I'm just ashamed to be American right now. Never thought in my adult lifetime I'd been involved adult, not evolved. That took a while. But evolved. And but you want to stay away from politics? As music, this kicks your ass. And then becomes pretty nice folk songs. Acoustic, maybe it's not folk quite, but very acoustic, good songs for the last two numbers. Walls is the last one. Free Cigarettes. And the song's about her addiction. It's very touching. And, well, it's touching, but it's not gentle. A lot of blood and puke in the lyrics about dealing with her addictions. This ain't folk music. This is not for the kids. It ain't for the kids at all. And not just because Laura's transitioning. David Bowie was for the kids when he was wearing a dress. And when Lou Reed was singing about on the wild side, walking on the wild side, the kids were fine. I've listened to that song before I begun my adult life. It didn't make me question my gender. It was too subtle for me, which is to my discredit. It's a great record. Find it on YouTube. Thank you to YouTube for sharing that video with me, thinking, hey, Richard made me like this. After because you know how it is. You listen to a record, and at the end of the record, hey, Richard might be bored with this band by now after listening to the entire record. Let's give him something similar. And he gave me this. Thank you, YouTube. That's why I'm always promoting you. You like this video? Give it a like. Hey, at least I warned you what you're getting, even if you don't like what I was saying today. Subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, and leave a comment. Not necessarily a political comment, but about the music of Lord Jane Christ. I don't even know her male name. I read it. I don't remember it. Never heard Against Me. I'm interested to hear Against Me now. I think it must be stonking stuff. I think I need to listen to some Against Me. And for the latest in action rock, garage rock, and classic and legacy bands, come back here to Action Rock Corner. We'll have it for you. Remember, fresh music is as important as fresh food. Cleans out the ears and the nonsense in between the ears at times. It's important to listen to different viewpoints at times. It helped me along the way. Have fun with your music. My two favorite songs, I did save them on YouTube to listen to later. They're political, bluntly political, about religion and, your God, God's penis, and wearing black, and the rest of the lyric into the Pride Parade. Very political, very fun. Oh, absolute fun. Yeah, hearing someone just chant at you in a Dropkick Murphy's way that, God must be well endowed, because, boy, I'm getting screwed right now. Not a lot of people have the guts to release that and sing that lyric. Good for Laura. Good job. Thank you for watching. I always appreciate it. And we'll see you again soon.